In this lesson, we will learn how to use gradient tool to create blend of colors. Gradient is the blend of two or more colors. As you can see over here, I have a shape with yellow, which slowly transitions to the orange color. To apply gradient, select our object, and we can click on the gradient icon to quickly apply a gradient. We can left click the color thumbnail over here to switch back to color mode, or we can press G to select the gradient tool and left click on our selected object. This will create a gradient slider on our shape where we can adjust the position of our color stop, we can adjust the position of the slider, and we can rotate the slider. We can access to more settings in the gradient panel. To bring out the gradient panel, go to Window and Gradient. Let's look at a few of the settings here. There are three types of gradient. The first one is linear gradient, where gradient flows in a straight line, radial gradient, and freeform. I'll talk more about freeform later. Let's get back to linear gradient. To change the color of the gradient, we can select the stop and we can left click to pick on the color that we want. And to add more color stop, we can left click underneath the slider. And to delete the stop, we can left click and click on the trash bin icon, or we can just hold down left click and pull it down. We can change the angle of the slider using the attributes here. And we can also change the shape of the radial gradient. Another way to change the color, we can left click on our color stop and we can use this color pick to pick colors from an image or other shapes. Other than color, we can also change the opacity of our color stop. If I want to make this part to be fully transparent, I will select the orange stop and set the opacity to 0%. By any chance, whenever you want to change the color of your gradient and you found out that the color in your color panel is only black and white, press the menu on the color panel and make sure you change to HSB. HSB stands for Hue, Saturation, and Black. I personally prefer to use HSB because it's a lot easier for me to get a very precise color that I want. And if you want to get a more accurate color for printing, you can use CMYK. But we will stick to HSB for now. Back to the gradient panel, we have a bunch of presets that we can choose from. We can add our own presets to the swatches. And let's say if I want to save this gradient for future use, I can just click on this icon here. And this will automatically add the gradient into my new swatches. If you want to edit the swatches, you can always go to Window, Swatches, and over here you can change the name by double clicking it and give it a new name. If you don't need this anymore, you can simply delete this color swatch.